Heated Waves Podcast. I'm Mr. Bradley. That's T-Ball. T-Ball, tell them who our key game is, who we got.
Thursday night football coming at you
That's
here.
right.
Heated Waves Podcast. Cardinals at Seahawks. A huge playoff implicated game. This
And
is
first
a division
place.
game. Week 11 matchup.
Yes, and this is a battle for first place for the NFC West. T-Ball,
This has been a really crazy division. I mean, you've
Three
got
good
some,
teams.
Yeah, three good teams. 49ers, I mean,
Super Bowl last year. Now look where they're at. Last place.
it's been a crazy division. We'll see who ends up on top, but we're not going to see until the very end. You got the Cardinals taking on the Rams and the Seahawks at the end of the year, so we can't forget that. So, these three teams are going to have to win or try to win every game almost from here on out.
Yeah, a single loss is like detrimental to your team right here in the division.
Especially in this division.
Because we're only going to get 7 teams. That's an extra team, so we might see all 3 of these teams in the NFC. I mean, imagine that, because that's 3 teams, and then you got the Bucks, the Packers, the Saints. There's 7.
We're going to have to play some kind of like
Oh, and one of
beer
the stupid
pong or something
NFC
to get
East.
one of these, teams going in here. I don't know. This would be crazy once
This is
we
a
get
good
here
game.
playoff. But this would definitely be a good game. It's just really too bad the Seahawks are at home and they have such a horrible defense.
Back to 32nd. It was 31st last week. Did you know that?
Yeah, I mean, got a little lucky last week, against the Bills with that Hail Mary. Great catch by
I don't call it
Hopkins.
luck.
It was pretty luck. 4 guys in the area.
Called that game. But DeAndre Hopkins, that's why they went out and got that motherfucker right there.
I
Because he
mean,
comes down with the big catches, and he did.
I'm definitely going to have to take the Cards in this one.
Okay.
Win on the road, big win on the road. The Cardinals are hungry, and they look really good. They're sharp. They're willing to throw Hail Mary. So, I mean, what's that say for the Seahawks? The Seahawks playing it safe.
They beat
because
them
their
already?
defense is so horrible. And granted, yeah, the Cardinals have already beat the Seahawks as well. So, I just got to keep that, going. They're going to beat the Seahawks. I think the only team I see in my mind right now having a problem with the Cardinals in this division is the Rams. And the Rams have
tough
lost
game.
to the 49ers, which was really weird to me.
Yeah, it's one of those
I
games.
don't know. But yeah, I went with the Cardinals. I think it's a much safer pick to take the Cardinals in this instance, unless something happens miraculous on the defensive side of the ball for the Seahawks.
Yeah, because here's what's crazy is Wilson was red hot in the beginning of the season. If you remember, they were 5-0.
MVP talks.
Yeah, they were 5-0. He had 19 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions. Since then, over the past 4 games, 7 interceptions, 9 touchdowns. That is just and fumbles galore too. 3 fumbles. I got to put that in there too. And lost 3 of the last 4 games. T-ball for the Seattle struggle. It's the defense, man. What have I been saying? I said 2 things about Russell Wilson this year, all year long, right? I said it's make it or break it. He has to make all these huge plays and score, make all these throws and these touchdown passes and just come up with things.
Sounds
on
like an
the
Aaron
fly.
Rodgers case at this
Sure
point.
does, but he has more weapons, I think, here. Or 2, here's how you beat. I've been saying it for the last 3 weeks since they got their 3 losses, 3 of the last 4 games. I said, this is how you beat Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. You make him turn it over 2 or more times. He's 0-2 in those games. Now he's 0-3. You turn it over again, twice, 2 or more times. That's how you beat him. And you're going against a top-ranked defense. They're not like a top 10 or anything, but they're pretty high up there, and they get to the quarterback.
That seems to be most of the time is how the Seattle Seahawks lose is when Russell Wilson throws multiple interceptions. I mean, hell, they lost the Super Bowl because they decided to throw the ball from the 1-yard line.
Don't bring that up again. Jeez. Ugh.
I just don't.
Doesn't make sense.
Sometimes I think the play calling is just a little fanatical, and that's not something you want to bring. I mean, you're playing chess, not checkers. So it seems the way teams have figured it out, it's like, yeah, okay, we figured it out. Make Russell Wilson turn the football over, and teams have gotten good at that. Those who can accomplish it win football games.
Yeah.
Go look at a lot of Russell Wilson's. I would say almost 90% of Russell Wilson's losses are probably because he's thrown at least 2 or 3 interceptions.
Absolutely. If you go back over a long period of time is what you're saying?
Yeah, and that's just not a safe bet for me. So Cardinals in this one, like I said, they're running real hot, man. How do you not pick the Cardinals Cardinals in this one.
Not only that, the top-ranked offense is averaging 425 yards per game. NFL's top-ranked rushing attack, 168.9 yards per game. Tied 6th in scoring, 29 points per game. Seahawks, like I said, back to total last defense, 448 yards per game is what they're giving up in total offense.
That's a lot.
Last in passing defense at 353 yards per game. 28th in scoring defense at 29.6, the exact number the Cardinals score. So guarantee they put that up on the other side of the ball if you want to take some bets down in Vegas. Wilson's been struggling. I mean, it's just not been a good last 3-4 games for him. The Cardinals are just much more talented, I think, right now, defensively as well, and that's what you want, like you were saying, balanced teams. Give me the Cardinals.
Solid on defense.
One more stat, because this is a new stat in the NFL record book.
Oh, really?
Kyler Murray, only quarterback to have 1 touchdown pass and 1 rushing touchdown in 5 straight games ever in the history of the NFL. Can you believe that? Over Michael Vick, Cam Newton.
That's cool.
All these running guys, Randall Cunningham, everybody. I mean, that's crazy. He's the only quarterback. But that's all I got on stats.
If you don't got cards, let us know why you don't got cards. But this will be a division game. Definitely watch. Ooh, Destiny. Definitely a game to watch. Keep it locked here for more primetime game, guys. I'm T-Ball.
And I'm Miss Bradley.